Recently, I've been trying out all the strikers in Bloodstrike, and I enjoyed each one for different reasons. While doing that, I noticed that one of the biggest challenges for players is picking just one striker at the start of each match, since you might want to play them all. But I figured out how to choose the right striker for me. Have you ever wondered how to pick the perfect striker for your playstyle? You're in the right place. Today, I'll share everything I've learned about finding the best striker for yourself. We'll explore their unique skills, strengths, and how to play them effectively. Whether you're new to the game or looking to up your game, this guide's got you covered. Let's dive in. Let's get into picking the right striker by first understanding the different roles they play in Bloodstrike. Knowing these roles is crucial because it helps you leverage your strengths and complement your team. The main roles are offensive, defensive, support, and recon. Firstly, the offensive strikers. These are your go-tos for dealing with heavy damage and leading the attack. Offensive strikers are all about high DPS and aggressive play. They're great for players who love being at the forefront of the action, taking down enemies quickly and efficiently. Examples include Nova and Zero, known for their powerful abilities and high kill potential. Secondly, let's talk about defensive strikers. If you prefer a more strategic and protective playstyle, defensive strikers are for you. They focus on area control, shielding teammates, and sustaining the battle. Their skills often include barriers, healing, or area denial. Hank and Ethan are prime examples, excelling at holding the line and providing crucial support to offensive units. Next, we have support strikers. These strikers are the backbone of any team, offering buffs, heals, and other utilities to enhance team performance. They might not be the top damage dealers, but their contributions can turn the tide of battle. Emma and E.M.T are great examples, invaluable in keeping the team alive and boosting their capabilities. Lastly, let's look at Recon strikers. Recon strikers are essential for gathering information and providing strategic advantages. They excel at scouting, revealing enemy positions, and setting up ambushes. Val and Spike are masters at gaining intel and giving their team the upper hand. We also have a special category, versatile strikers. These strikers can adapt to various situations, making them a flexible choice for different scenarios. They might not excel in one specific area, but are competent in multiple roles, making them ideal for balanced gameplay. Examples include Ran and Nacho, who can switch between offensive and defensive tactics. So, how do you choose the right role for your playstyle? Consider what you enjoy most. Do you like charging into battle or prefer a supportive role? Are you good at holding positions and protecting teammates, or do you enjoy the flexibility of adapting to different situations? Understanding your playstyle will help you pick a striker role that matches your strengths and enhances your gameplay experience. Whether you're new to the game or looking to refine your strategy, knowing these roles is the first step to mastering Bloodstrike. All right. Let's dive into the specifics of each striker's skills and abilities to help you pick the perfect one for your playstyle. Firstly, the offensive strikers. First in this category is Volt, with his high damage output. His ultimate ability deals significant damage to enemy shields, forcing them to reposition or making them easier to eliminate. Coupled with his passive movement speed increase, Volt becomes incredibly agile, allowing for quick strikes and rapid repositioning. If you love to stay on the move and deal heavy damage, Volt is your go-to. Volt's partner in crime, Zero, brings powerful melee attacks to the table. His ultimate not only deals substantial damage, but also aids in quick repositioning with his Shadow Strike, making it perfect for both attacking and escaping ambushes. Zero's passive boosts his agility and melee attack, making him ideal for those who prefer close combat and direct confrontations. Next up is Blast, the Chaos Creator. His active skill, Drill Bomb, lets him launch two types of bombs. One penetrates obstacles and causes massive explosions, while the other creates continuous explosions for several seconds. His passive skill, Color Mark, highlights any enemy he damages, making them visible to both him and his teammates. This ability makes it easier to track and finish off opponents. Blast is perfect for players who love causing widespread damage and keeping tabs on their enemies. Another heavy hitter is Jet, who takes a unique approach with his barrage of missiles, delivering massive damage over a wide area. His passive grants extra grenades, adding to his explosive arsenal. Jet is perfect for players who thrive in the end game, tight situations, and mid-range combat. He is highly recommended for those who struggle with close-range fights and prefer to keep their distance while overwhelming enemies with powerful, ranged attacks. Finally, the ace of the offensive team, Nova, stands out with her toxic gas ability, dealing continuous damage and disrupting enemy vision. Her speed boost from inhaling her gas makes her deadly in close-range combat, while her toxic bullets make battles easier by releasing gas upon eliminating an enemy. This allows her to either reposition or attack while hiding behind her gas, which continues to damage enemies. Nova is perfect for players who are very brave and want to get into the middle of an enemy squad, knowing there is a 60% chance of survival, and dominate the field with area denial and aggressive tactics. In general, if you are a very aggressive player, emphasis on the very, then Nova is perfect for you. On the flip side, we have the defensive strikers. These strikers are all about protecting their team and controlling key areas of the map. First in this category, we have Hank, a defensive powerhouse, who excels in area control. Hank's ultimate ability allows him to deploy a turret that provides area control and deals consistent damage to enemies. With his passive granting a damage boost to SMGs and shotguns, Hank enhances effectiveness in close-range combat. Hank can be particularly useful in situations where multiple enemies are pushing one after the other. His turret can assist with damage and often scare enemies away, giving your team time to regroup or counterattack. Hank masters area control and disruption, making him perfect for players who enjoy setting up defenses and holding key positions for the team. Next up, we have Ran, who creates a strong defensive barrier that blocks enemy attacks and can trap enemies depending on the situation. Her barrier enhances survivability by quickly restoring both her and her teammates' shields. As long as you're close to the ice wall, you get an extra shield bar that is very hard to break. Ran excels in shielding and sustainability and is great for players who prefer to support their team with strong defensive capabilities, especially when they are at a disadvantage and want to fall back or quickly regenerate shields before continuing the fight. Ran's barrier can be particularly effective in narrow corridors or choke points, forcing enemies to find alternative routes or risk being trapped and picked off by your team. Finally, we have Ethan, Ran's colleague in defense. Ethan provides a protective field that reduces incoming damage and has an extra active skill that gives him an insane boost while sliding, allowing for quick repositioning and evasive maneuvers. Ethan's protective field is perfect for holding down objectives or control points, giving your team the durability to withstand enemy assaults while you reposition or prepare a counterattack. His sliding boost also allows for quick escapes or rapid repositioning to flank enemies or support teammates in need. Ethan specializes in evasion and anchoring, and he is good for teammates who excel at protecting teammates and maintaining strategic positions on the battlefield. Now, let's move on to the support strikers, the guys behind the scenes who enhance team performance through healing, buffs, and other utilities. First in this category, we have Emma, the ultimate healer. Emma deploys a beetle drone that heals allies on the move, and she can also send a beetle to revive teammates from a distance. Her active ability boosts the healing power of her drones by 100%, making her invaluable for keeping the team alive and maintaining their fighting capacity. Emma can be particularly useful in intense firefights where quick healing can make all the difference. I believe everyone has been in a scenario where your team is pinned down, and Emma's drones keep everyone in fighting shape, turning the tide of battle. Emma is perfect for players who enjoy being the backbone of their team, providing continuous support and ensuring everyone stays in the fight. Next up, we have E.M.T, the quick revival specialist. E.M.T. sets up a beacon that heals nearby allies and has the unique ability to revive teammates in just 3 seconds. This makes E.M.T. perfect for clutch situations where every second counts. Picture a chaotic battle where teammates are getting knocked down left and right. E.M.T. can swiftly bring them back into the fray, ensuring your team stays in the fight. Players who thrive under pressure and love making game-saving plays will find E.M.T. ideal. Then there's Kraken, the master of vision denial. Kraken creates a vortex field of ravens that obstructs enemy vision, making it difficult for them to target your team. His passive ability reduces skill cooldowns, allowing for more frequent use of his disruptive powers. He shines in scenarios where you and your teammates get jump-scared by the enemies. Therefore, he can help when you're trying to make a swift counterattack or need cover to quickly retreat. His ravens can create confusion and give your team the upper hand. Kraken is great for players who enjoy controlling the battlefield and creating strategic advantages. Lastly, we have the Recon strikers, the eyes and ears of the team, specializing in gathering information and providing strategic advantages. First in this category is Spike, the master of covert operations. He is naturally undetectable and silent, making him perfect for sneaky plays and ambushes. His stealth abilities include invisibility, allowing him to remain hidden even in close proximity to enemies. For instance, if you're in a tight spot where enemies are advancing, Spike can slip past them unnoticed and set up a surprise attack or gather crucial intel without being seen. Spike is ideal for players who thrive on stealth and ambush tactics, giving them the upper hand by catching foes off guard. Next up is Val, who kicks things off with her satellite scan, revealing enemy positions over a wide area. When she kills an enemy, she gains the location of all that enemy's teammates. Val is essential for players who provide continuous surveillance and strategic insights, ensuring the team is always aware of enemy movements. Imagine your team is preparing for a major push. Val's scans can reveal enemy positions, allowing you to plan your attack with precision. Val is perfect for those who excel at gathering intel and coordinating team strategies based on enemy positions. To choose the best striker based on their abilities, think about how their skills align with your playstyle. Do you prefer high-damage attacks, strong defenses, team support, or strategic recon? Understanding these abilities will help you pick a striker that fits your needs and enhances your gameplay. By evaluating the skills and abilities of each striker, you can find one that matches your playstyle and complements your team's strategy. Whether you're looking to deal damage, protect your team, provide support, or gather intel, there's a perfect striker out there for you. All right, now that we've gone through the strikers and their unique abilities, let's talk about testing and adapting. Picking the perfect striker isn't just about understanding their abilities, it's also about seeing how they perform in real matches and adjusting your strategy accordingly. First, experiment with different strikers. Don't stick to just one striker from the get-go. Play a few matches with different strikers to get a feel for their abilities and how they fit into your playstyle. For instance, you might find that while you initially thought you'd excel with an offensive striker like Volt, you actually perform better with a defensive striker like Hank, who lets you hold down key positions and support your team more effectively. Second, pay attention to your team's composition. Your choice of striker should complement your team's overall strategy. If your team lacks healing, picking a support striker like Emma could be a game changer. Conversely, if your team already has a solid defense, adding an offensive striker like Nova can give you the extra firepower needed to dominate. Third, analyze your performance. After each match, take some time to review your gameplay. Look at what worked and what didn't. Did you find yourself getting caught out of position frequently? Maybe you need a striker with better mobility or defensive capabilities. Were you struggling to deal enough damage? An offensive striker might be what you need. Use these insights to refine your striker choice and your overall strategy. Fourth, adapt to the enemy team. Different strikers are more effective against certain opponents. For example, if you notice the enemy team has a lot of close combat strikers, picking a striker like Jet who can deal massive damage from a distance might give you the upper hand. Be ready to switch strikers between matches based on the enemy team's composition and tactics. Finally, stay flexible and keep learning. The meta can change, and new strikers will definitely be introduced, so it's essential to stay flexible and keep learning. Regularly revisit your striker choices and make adjustments as needed. Watch gameplay videos, follow updates, and stay informed about any changes in the game to ensure you're always at the top of your game. By experimenting, analyzing, and adapting, you'll be able to find the perfect striker that not only fits your playstyle, but also enhances your team's performance. So, get out there, test those strikers, and dominate the battlefield. To wrap things up, let's recap the key points. We've broken down the various strikers into each of the 4 major roles, each with their own unique abilities and playstyles. Whether you're a damage dealer, a protector, a healer, or a scout, there's a striker tailored to your preferences. Remember, understanding your striker's abilities and how they fit into your team's strategy is crucial. Don't be afraid to experiment and adapt your playstyle to find what works best for you. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Bloodstrike tips and gameplay. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your favorite strikers and any tips you have for mastering them. Let's keep the conversation going and help each other become the best strikers out there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.